Hi, my name is Dave Hill and I'm a great believer that every day we should stop for a moment to have a chuckle and learn a little nugget of information. And today I want to share with you a funny story from my distant past, and it relates to the importance of making an effort as a communicator and to go down the road of doing things differently to be what I would call a creative or an innovative communicator. So I want you to picture a 54-year-old project engineering manager, and he's standing in front of 94 factory workers down in Brazil, and he's just getting ready to deliver a presentation. But he doesn't speak the local language Portuguese, and the factory workers, they just speak broken English. But what really worries me is that on the plane on the way down to Brazil, Matthew, with a full to the brim glass of wine, had said to me, "Dive, dive! Google Translator is absolutely amazing." I said, "What do you mean, Matthew?" And he says, "Oh, Dave, a couple of weeks ago, I took the content of my PowerPoint presentation, I cut and pasted into the Google Translator, I pressed the button, and voila, there it was in Portuguese." There was something about voila and Portuguese in the same sentence that caused me to ask him, "Matthew, how did you learn the pronunciation, the intonation, and the accent?" "Oh, Dave, Google Translator has that covered as well. It has an audio feature. I've spent weeks perfecting this presentation." So there was Matthew standing in front of the 94 Brazilian factory workers, speaking a language that sounded like a cross between German, Portuguese, and Klingon. I looked around the room and I could see the little impish smiles on the factory workers' faces, and they were nudging each other. And at the back of the room, I remember there was this big old lady, and she was bright red in the face, and there was no doubt in my mind she was holding her breath, preventing herself from laughing out loud. Well, as you can imagine, Matthew's presentation was what we call in English a complete and utter success. And you might be asking yourselves, "Dave, how can that be successful? For goodness sake, he spoke to the Brazilian factory workers in Klingon." Well, at the end of his presentation, the factory manager went up to him and he said, "Matthew, I would really like to thank you. We have had visitors from North America for 21 years, and you are the first person to ever make an attempt at speaking our language. We thank you so much today. You made us all feel very special." As a result of this presentation, Matthew ended up with a really good working relationship with the factory workers for many, many years after that. And what I'd like you to take away from this is that Matthew made an attempt to communicate differently, to be innovative, to be creative. He did take a personal risk, but at the end of the day, he was different and it worked out really well for him. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.